Okay, we're recording now with our friend Jose Barrientos. He's a trader, but an actual trader, a real trader, not like these crypto loser traders that now we have in the market that they believe just by buying and selling Bitcoin, they are professionals. Okay, I don't get excited. So the reason why we're having this call, before talking about his career, how he's making a living, that is an interesting topic too. He shared on Baltanet on our community that he joined a clown workshop, un taller de payasos, can we say that, like a clown workshop?
It's a
Kind of.
clown, not exactly like clowns that are in the parties,
Yeah.
but clowns like people are taking the life in a different way.
Okay,
Just
the
having
clown
fun.
lifestyle.
Yes,
Nice,
that's
that's
right.
good. And when he started explaining about the clown idea, it sounds like therapy for me because he was explaining a lot of benefit that I think many people are going to benefit just by listening, Mr. Barrientos, today. So, first of all, what motivated you to join this workshop?
Well, actually, I was attracted to that kind of thing since I saw one movie, Patch Adams, was my first motivation to follow that kind of things, but I just leave it in a leave it away of me because it was not part of my life. But since I started to be father, kind of things was changing in my mind because I realized that the work, the family, the life as it is turns you in a different person, like a
Mm.
boring people, like always uh, asking for well the things that he needs or it needs,
The
and
classic stereotype of a father that is kind of
yes,
stressed
yes,
out and mad all the time. Interesting.
and forgetting about our dreams to be to have fun and to be as a kid. If you remember when you were a child or a kid, you never think you never have prejuicios, right?
Yeah,
You
totally.
just have fun with anything you have in your nearby to you. So that was a thing that makes me do the step and register myself to start the course.
Did you
And
see publicity online? How did you came across with this workshop?
it came with a publicity by Facebook, I remember.
Interesting. I wonder who was the genius who decided, oh, let's try to promote this clown workshop online. I wonder how they target the market. Do they have male and female, men and women, or only guys there?
It's more women than guys.
More women than guys. Oh, that makes it even better now. Now I want to join those those workshops. Okay, okay. So, so far, what are the benefits that you have? Because I think many people they are going to the psychologist, to the psychiatrist to try to solve their mental disorders, but sometimes it's just by expressing yourself a way to cure your brain. So, so far, what are the benefits that you have experienced in this workshop?
Besides the thing you learn to have fun of yourself, besides that, you find different points of view about the society, about the lifestyle, and the parameters of the life properly. You can see in a different way how the society, the culture, the family, the work, and any other things in our reality put us in a small box.
Yeah.
The things what to do,
Totally.
the things we must do, and the things we would like to do, but thinking through the brain of our fathers, family, friends, and never by ourselves.
Totally.
Once
Always
you,
using the lenses of everybody else but you, right?
yes, when you try to get out the box, sometimes you are like a crazy guy or like you are not thinking in the future. And the and the question of the leader in the group says, and why? Why if you don't save? Why if you don't work? Why if you don't build a house? What's next? The human can support or adapt any situation. we can solve. We could solve in the past and we can solve in the future. So we don't have to be focused only in the future because we only will see the life pass and you never take in count that it's our best years, our best time is now, not
By the way,
when.
it's like people find difficult to get the balance, right? Like some people are too present oriented, and too present also is a problem, right? Like, is these people that
Yes.
they never save for the future, but then you have, and I guess this was your case, like totally future oriented and sacrificing always the present and never enjoying life.
Yes, it's try to have an equilibrium, but more oriented to be uh, not pressed because actually for to be happy, you don't need a lot of money, you don't need a lot of things. You just need to be healthy, and an important thing to be healthy is to be happy.
Yeah. There's a big connection, by the way, between health and happiness. And it's not that if you are happy, you will never get sick, but you reduce the chances of getting sick.
Yeah, yeah. Something comes to my mind that I heard about why in the psychiatries or in the manicomio there is not cancer diseases.
That's a good one. Holy shit. That's a good.
There
I
is
never thought
no
about it.
0% of cases of cancer because they are not suffering or always uh, being the victim, right?
Well, that's now you made me wonder. You made me analyze more this clown idea, right? Because when we live in a clown society, perhaps the best way to shield yourself is just by camouflaging yourself also as a clown, and now everything bounces on you. You don't receive the attacks.
Could be, but not exactly. It's what I'm learning. I have only 3 or 4 classes so far. I understood more theory than actions. I wanted to start doing what's the name, stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
I like it. I really like it. I would like to be the person that can stand up in front of a group of people and make them joke, talking, speaking, or telling my experience in a funny way.
That's
But
scary, by the way. That's fucking
that
scary.
totally,
I know
yes,
you want to do it, but I just because one thing is being funny, and the other is that you're supposed to be funny. Now that
yes,
makes my body
it's
to think of.
difficult.
Yeah.
But I could in my history when I was working in Mexico, I could have 2 important meetings that I give at the meeting. I some friend of mine or people who was working with me invited me to the university to talk about the industry, the exportation industry, and all about the asparagus business. And I was in an auditory of 50 and 60 people. I don't know very much people, but I was very excited, but also I was scary because I was not easy to be in front of the people. And the second one was in an institute. I felt much better, but talking about the things you just flow.
Yeah.
It's easy, but
Totally.
well, it's not easy to stand up in front of the people, and that's one
No,
of the
that's
points.
harder. That's harder. One thing is talking about your expertise, your profession, right? The other is because there's not like a science behind making people laugh. I mean, there are some tricks, like always, surprise them,
It's
but it's not
true,
like a
true.
hard science. But for sure, you can extrapolate a lot of the stand-up comedy to our professional fields. Because if you are good expressing yourself, now our
Exactly.
message, when we are pitching an idea, is going to flow better.
That's right, because when you close a deal with some customer, an important customer, if you feel comfortable, you are really relaxed, you can connect better with them. And when you see the other guy in the other side of the computer in an important charge, that is a very, very good sign for your company. And if you are not prepared mentally, uh, you fail and you lose the opportunity. So that's more or less what I wanted also to achieve. It's very important to be comfortable because if you take out from the box, you just think about the situation. Could be positive or negative, That's it. It's a simple person as I am. That's it. He has a family. I have a family. He has a job. I have my job. So we are in an equal situation. So
Absolutely.
he's not more than me. Just
Yeah.
we can be friends, even if we don't know, we don't do business, right? So it turns my mind in a good way. I think in a good way.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
am applying it, and I'm feeling so uh, more connected and more effective in my job.
And always I think as a seller, right? Like we do our research before. So we never offer things that are not attractive in the market. So if we know that our price is competitive, the offer is compelling, the delivery is good, why hesitate, right? Like even if the other person is earning more money than we do, still they are getting a good deal.
That's right. That's
Yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah.
It's
Okay, okay.
right.
So let's. Okay, interesting. Just wanted to share that with everybody. People that want to improve their communication, join these workshops. You know, they are going to help a lot. I want to jump to your profession. So you are a trader. You sell asparagus and what else? Could you explain about that?
Grapes, mangoes, kiwis, cherries, avocados, etc., etc. All the products of exportation from Latam, especially Peru, we deliver worldwide.
So you connect the exporters with the importers in other part of the world, right?
Yes, yes, that's right. We work with several companies outside in the Middle East, in Asia, in Europe, in Latam as well. And we started in my case, I started selling them asparagus because it was my expertise point. When I finished the university, I started working with a big company in Mexico, and then I passed to a company in Peru that was a grower of asparagus 100%. And then I met more than 20 companies, trustable because they were filtered 20 years by the company I was working with. And they follow me when I leave the company. They follow me, they say, okay, if we cannot do asparagus, show me what else we can do. I trust you. I know that you can be a good partner in your site. So let us continue working. And the company where I'm working now, they have was the competition of the company when I was the seller, right? And we joined those customers, and we have a big list of customers and receivers in Europe and Asia, especially.
You know, one thing that I've seen in common always, like your case, for example, is always moving to other place. If it's not other city, at least other country. You know, in your case, you went to Mexico. I believe that that travel to Mexico makes a huge difference in your career.
Totally. Well, I remember that when I reached Mexico, I thought that my studies was
Bullshit.
the yeah the step or be on top of the workers.
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
realized that the people in fields or the people on chairs without any studies in agriculture
yeah.
knows more than a proper engineer.
The
So
farmers, all these guys, yeah, for
yes,
sure.
yes.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
started learning them the all the structure, all the things they know with the sun, with the dark, with every single thing to know how to have the proper word to tell the workers, right? Because if you don't know how to do it, you cannot teach people to or ask the people how do you want to do the things.
you know, in the same way that when you went to Mexico, you found out that these people have the real expertise. You know, the farmers got the actual thing. When I went to US, I remember I learned the work ethic. So in our country, sometimes people are too relaxed. So when you go out, you find out that, oh, now we have to work. And this is what is the new standard.
Yes, totally. Well, it was not easy because, well, I was my expectative was different, but I'm so happy of every single thing, every single problem I had, because that made me grow very fast. And when I finished my time in Mexico, I realized that I I did a lot of things. I learned a lot of things, now that kind of things make me be the professional that I am. So
What is
I
the hardest part on your profession? Find the exporters or finding the importers? Both? What is the thing that is kind of the bottleneck always?
be in the middle is always difficult because one for example, the growers want to buy in a big price, and the importer wants to pay in a competitive price and lower, right?
Okay, yeah.
So find that middle point and the space to have the profit is the real work. So
Who pays the freight? Is always the importer.
we pay,
He uh, we when you say we, like the
my
trader.
company. My
Okay,
company pay the price because it's a key point for this kind of job, because more of the exporters don't want to do CNF custom fried
yeah.
sales.
CFR, yeah,
CFR, yes.
yeah. By the
And
way, for the people that don't know shit, because people, what the
whatever.
fuck is here? Okay, so Barrientos is talking about the Incoterm. So usually the most popular is the CFR, that is cost and freight, the CFI, cost, freight, and insurance. You have a EXW, that is you just put it on your warehouse.
X
There is
works.
X works, yeah, yeah.
X works. Well, there is a lot of the BDP or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
And
okay. So your company does that thing. That's the CFR. Okay.
yes, we pay the freight, and that helps the shipper to keep the cash flow. So we are good partner, and if we have any problem with the airline or with the sea with the ship, we fight it. We have insurance, and we support it as much as we can.
But what fruits go by air and what fruits go by vessel, by ship?
Well, the most delicate, as asparagus, blueberries, goes by air, but also the asparagus can support or can accept 15 days in ships by sea. So depends on the market, because if you have a very good customer that brings the volume to the warehouse and clear it in 2 days or 3 days, it's okay. But if you sell a lot of volume to a customer that is not really big or don't have the fastness movements or sales, that brings you some how to say adjustments in payment, because the quality, they say, oh, the quality is not good and blah blah blah. But it's better to sell it by air to keep the freshness of the product.
Holy shit! It surprised me how expensive it could get, because I mean there is a huge difference between the cost of sending by plane than sending by
Yeah,
vessel or ship.
it-
So how much? How do you calculate the cost? Do you have like a cost per kilo when you send by plane? How do you manage that?
for example, we work the asparagus in 5 kilo box, right? The net weight is 5 kilos, and we have, for example, the $3 per kilo to Korea, right?
Okay.
We use like a formula. We don't we have to find the growth weight, and we put 5.9 per $3 per kilo, so we have the cost of the freight. Then you
Okay.
apply the FOB price of the fruit, and then you add the profit, and that's it.
Do you know what is the market price of asparagus in Korea? You said, right?
Korea, yes.
Do you know what is the market price in the stores of that asparagus per kilo?
Not exactly, but we expect that they apply 15 or 20% plus the cost.
Must be fucking expensive.
Yes, sure.
If you add all this the cost, I'm sure. Do you think $15 per kilo, $20 per kilo?
Percent, I think, well, not exact. Well, I don't know. It
Who
depends,
knows, right?
because
Depends the store also.
most of
Yeah.
for example, the Korean customer we have attends airlines, attends hotels, restaurants, and the last part of the customers are retail.
You know,
So
something that surprised me was, for example, in Bosnia, they were selling Peruvia red maca, maca roja, Peruvian red maca, $12, 100 grams. So here in Peru we have la maca more or less is like $11 per kilo. So you can see like all the profit that they make. Of course, they have their cost, with moving the maca, but it's interesting how in this niche market sometimes population is willing to pay a extra fee.
Yes, it's depending what how they value the product. So, for example, the asparagus is a gourmet product, so that's why they are paying a lot nowadays.
Do you know why Peruvian people don't consume that much asparagus? Because that's something that always my foreign friends ask me. Hey, why in Peru you don't consume that much asparagus?
I don't know. We have a very we have diversity in food, right? But
Yeah,
part of the diversity is more use potatoes, rice, and meat or chicken. But no, there is not a really connection with asparagus. I like asparagus. I do
it's good.
stuff,
It's good.
everything.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
strange. It's strange that thing.
but here there is not common. Actually,
Yeah.
it's not. It's amazing.
Yeah, I don't want to deviate the conversation, but there is this other, la racacha y la pituca are like potatoes, and those are delicious. Give you a lot of strength. And I just discovered those some months ago. I didn't know they sell them. They sell them only on Sundays because people don't know. So how many other type of food do we have? Perhaps that nobody is promoting them in our culture.
Yes, I think the in the chifa there is a lot of use of asparagus on those kind of products because they apply in the food.
Nice. So, what is something that you have also a grill business, right? Like a restaurant. You're starting like a
Yes.
restaurant business. Okay. So, I like those exotic mix of diversification. So, how did you came the idea to start with the grill business?
Uh, well, I started thinking about how have my own business 5 or 6 years ago when I was trying to be by myself, not have a boss, right? And in the process, well, I started being a father. The mother of my daughter, she's she has the entrepreneur blue
Blood,
or
sangre, yeah.
mentality, entrepreneur mentality. And she started to do a business in a market, in a commercial center, a mall here in Nica. And I was really surprised because I saw the rent was 2,000 soles. The cost of the pay of the electricity and water was another 200 soles. The cost of the workers was other kind of deals. I have a lot of costs, and I said, "Oh my God, it will never be successful."
Uh,
But she persists, and I was really surprised how the business moved, right?
yeah,
How
yeah.
it moves, and it's very interesting. And also, they have the mentality to find the spot and the benefit in the
You know,
sales, right?
it's incredible. This sometimes surprise you. For example, today I went to acupuncture in the afternoon, and this guy he moved to Lince, his office, and I was like, "Why do you move to Lince?" He was here in San Borja, and he went to Lince because many of these, sexual workers they go to acupuncture after their work. So it's interesting.
Exactly.
And today, so like, okay, that's an interesting way to find customers. So sometimes, whenever you don't know like where you're going to find the new customers, but also she's in a mall, right? The mother.
That business broke because it was difficult. The product was not the best for that place. It was the name is Jogi.
Okay.
It was not common. The people did not prefer it,
In
right?
a mall,
So
the mall is difficult because usually they ask you to pay the rent with a lot of months in advance, not just the two per one, but sometimes 6 months, sometimes 1 year in advance.
yes, that's right. And
Yeah.
then I started talking, thinking that, for example, here in the house of my parents, is a big avenue, and there is a lot of business of food, right? So I was thinking what to do, what to apply different. different product. And when I was in a like a party with friends, one of them started to do preparing the meat, and I said, "Hey, why we don't open a a business of grill to prepare tacos? I
In the
know."
moment that you were drunk, by the way, right? Everybody was drunk in
Yes,
that moment. Class,
totally.
always
Like,
happen. You know? Oh, let's run a business for sure. Yeah,
and he said, "It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea, but I was not really comfortable to work with my friend because it's difficult to have a
yeah,
friend as in a society,
yeah,
right?" I said, "Oh my God, we will start fighting. He will start being relaxed. Well, I don't know. I hope it goes well, but I let the idea just let it pass. Then, time before, or time after, obviously. Then I saw him in another big avenue in another grill business of the cousin of one of our best friends. He was attending as a professional, and I said him, okay, let's start it. Now I can see the product, the cost of the invest is not that much, and we can start it. Just let me know, and really, I need to do it. He said, okay, let me check. I will renunciar this business, and then
quickly.
we'll
Yeah,
call you back. I remember I was in a trip in Mexico to see some business with asparagus growers. When I came back, he was standing in my door saying with a big list of things that we have to buy for the starting
nice.
business. And I
That's the
arrived,
actitude. That's the
yes,
actitude.
I arrived at 5 a.m. to Ica, and we started to buy the things at 8 a.m. I said, let me sleep 1 hour, please.
Yeah,
And then we started in February, and we are still alive. Now we have
yeah.
good sales. The product is still the same. I'm totally surprised that he was really connected with the business, and we want to grow in a baby steps. We are not
Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
For
So
sure, for sure. The margins usually when we talk about food are quite tight. So in the grill business, do you have a higher margin or the margin is also like 10, 15%?
we are thinking, well, we are asking for a 20% margin.
Oh, nice. That's good. Yeah.
Yes, but depends on the volume of the product. It's still cheap. We sell the main dish is 15 soles, okay? But
Yeah.
it's supposed to be a higher price there. But also the area we compete with Pollo a la Brasa, we compete with Chifa, right? The people, we have a polleria in the next door, right? And the
Yeah.
people stand in the door and say, see the list of the polleria, and then see the product we have, and 50 more than 50% prefers to eat the papa frita, pollito.
Yeah. I mean, it's not just the food. I would say sometimes it's just finding some magnet of people. Like, for example, there is a seafood restaurant that is he's my mother's tenant. It's the guy who rents the space for my mother. What they did is they put like a huge TV, and now they are showing the soccer game. So just by having this huge TV and sometimes showing sports or things that happen, is a way to drag the people because the food, of course, people go for the food, but always the TV, the place, the view inside, also that is a leverage.
Yes, that's right. We used to have a television, but my friend is also musician. We have a rock band years ago, and he's an eccentric guy with a long curly hair. And, he, for example, now is playing reggae music in
Oh,
this
he's playing while people are eating.
not playing, but he puts the music,
Okay, okay, got it.
reggae music. It's amazing. The people comes into the spot and say, "Oh, that's nice." He puts Brazilian music, a lot of different kind of cultural music that was. It's nice to when you sit and relax to wait for your food, right? So
Totally.
it's kind of as my father always said, hey, why not you? Why do you don't put Pascualillo or Tongo or whatever? It's what the people like to
The hood.
and and
Yeah,
my friend said, not at all. We are different. We offer a
yeah.
different way, a different experience.
Very cool, very cool. By the way, I have a question. While people are waiting for the grill, do you offer something? For example, in the seafood restaurant, they offer the corn, la cancha, right? So, do you have something that people can be chewing or eating while they wait for the main dish?
No, no, no. We they just wait. So
Yeah,
far, it's just waiting. We don't offer. For example, if we can see a group of five and they are doubting because one of those five wants to eat chicken or pollo, sometimes that fucking one person pulls all the group, right? And
yeah,
what we started to do is say, okay, guys, if you buy one dish by person, I invite the drink to you because we prepared
yeah.
chicha morada and maracuya by myself,
G-
and I have a
Good one.
very nice receipt that I received from the lady who cares of my mother, and
The
they
secret
say,
formula.
okay, pardon?
The secret formula.
The secret formula, the secret
Nice.
recipe.
That's
And
good.
they let the other guy, okay, if you want to go to the paella, let's go by yourself. Here we have drink and food,
Yeah,
so that's
totally.
okay.
Okay, okay. So
It's
the drink usually is the chicha and the maracuya. Those are the ones that people are.
yes.
I listen some guys that have restaurants saying that usually the server or the waiter at the end when people finish they ask if they want dessert. But I heard an interesting technique that is never offer the dessert at the end. Since the beginning, ask if they would like dessert. So sometimes they try to sell the dessert since the start. So in that way, they secure it. I don't know if you can test that perhaps some days to see if it works.
Yes, I want to apply because my girlfriend has a very like, has a receipt, a secret receipt of brownies, and she was talking to, well, we were talking to add some dessert to the cart, to the list of products. And it's one thing that we want to apply. Also, it's a good idea for us. But I don't know when because we need to find a proper way to do it. We are only two in the business, who prepares and who serves. And
Yeah.
I am like suplente. I'm just waiting when there is a lot of groups. I support them.
I remember this woman, Laritza, the one that have the ice cream store. She used to have in my mother's house also like a place where she packaged like cakes, things. She will package the cakes and she will sell those to Starbucks. Because in Starbucks, if you check, they don't have that many employees. So they have everything that they have is already packaged and it's just to give to the customer.
Yeah, it's another thing that I want to apply. They serve their own creams by themselves, but we don't want to have a lot of production and make it. We offer always fresh products.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, yeah.
It's the key, I think, because I remember being where when I was in for any business of food, that you can feel the chili not in a good way because it was 3, 4, 5 days in
Yeah.
the fridge, so you can feel it.
Yeah, yeah. You remind me the Subway store that it was supposed to be fresh. The Subway that shit was like a store for days there. But I want to thank you. It was an interesting interview about the cloud thing, about the trading. I would like to have you for more interviews because there's plenty of topics to share. So, is there something that you are looking, perhaps like a special type of professional or something? So maybe someone who listen this podcast, I have that expertise or something they can help or offer support?
I didn't get it, sorry.
Yeah, yeah, no worries. Are you looking for a special type of professional to take your business to the next level, or for the moment you don't have like a need of a expertise or a skilled person in something?
I'm just in this point of my life, I'm just trying to be in a high vibration.
I
I'm
like
I'm
it. Fuck yeah, yeah, it's a
I'm
good one.
chasing I'm chasing the way of to find the best way of being, the best mentality, strong mentality, and being positive as much as possible. I want to apply every single advice of everybody. I'm following courses, I'm following videos about it, meditation, just to connect with the universe or something like that. That is what I'm chasing, because when
Yeah.
you connect or you are in a high vibration, the abundance comes to you, even if you don't ask for it. So it is not like I'm doing this to have and bring things to my life, but just to be happy, aprovechar the life, and take advantage of every single day, because every single day is a gift and we
Okay.
never know about it. We just get up, see the list of things we have to do, and just start doing, go to sleep, and finish without any taste in
Yeah.
in, in life. So I am trying to transfer that kind of wise to my daughter. That is the best part in my life.
For real, that's a beautiful way to wrap this interview. I want to thank you, my friend Barreto. It was a nice interview. I respect that. And maybe next interview we can ask, we can do the topic will be what people need to have if they want to export their asparagus. Perhaps someone have like a field that could be a topic for next interview.
Totally count with my time. So I'm happy to support you. I'm so happy to be in the group with Baltanet. It's a
Of course.
very, very important
Thank you,
thing
my
that we
friend.
have to think about it.
Thank you, my friend. Let me wrap this interview. People want to join Baltanet. Remember Baltanet.com. Here we go. Stop recording. Este negro.